Okay, so said I was going to make a homemade Norvise. Well, I also made a homemade Peak Jurassic. So this vise, basically, I still have to drill it for the jaws, and I'm waiting for the jaws to come in. I ordered Norvise jaws, the large, and this is, I think, the Jurassic largest jaw. J. Let's see, large iron retention system, LIRS jaw. And I built the vise and everything else today. And I built this yesterday. And I also built another smaller one because I have a smaller jaw coming. So it's the same size as a regular peak. Um, I'm just going to leave it because it's still got some stuff going on. So anyway, this has got to be drilled. And this is basically finished. I did something that I'm going to talk about. But this right here is just like with the Norvise, it's locked up. And you've got, 4 already set locations. And these locations can be changed. There's 4 locations notched that will be the same every time. But you can change basically how that is sitting there. You can make that a location, that a location, that a location, and that. So anyway, it's adjustable. And so this right here is the retention. Tighten it down, and it's got a lot of resistance. Open it up, and it spins. And I've got to finish taking the grease out of the bearings so they'll spin freer. And there is a little eccentrics to this hub and this hub. I don't know if that's going to make a difference because the tolerance I slopped up on this one right here, and I may have to redo the whole hub. The back hub doesn't matter. I'm not really worried about it. But the front hub, if the jaw happens to wobble, then I'll do something with that. And then later, once everything's finished on all the vices, I will do a detailed teardown on each one and give dimensions and everything I used to build them. So this one right here is, let's just go ahead and lock it into place there. And then this is the Jurassic. It's pretty huge. I really didn't expect. I thought I was getting the smaller jaw, but I got the hugantuan jaw. So it's I went ahead and made a huge vise for it. So all of this is custom. This is a shaft out of an old shock absorber. This and this are all purchased. This back portion is part of the stuff I machined today. I think this right here was out of an old wrist pin on a hydraulic cylinder or something. So this is one of the things I did. If you'll notice, this isn't centered on the top. And so when I pin it in location to stop, you can see that it is offset. I did that on purpose so that I could pin it here and do some work, and I'm looking like straight down at the top of the jig. And I also have enough room to actually go ahead and drill another hole directly on top to be able to pin it at those 4 locations. So right now, you've got the standard 4 locations, which is built into it, just like with the regular vise. And that's basically machined onto the shaft. So that's in there. And then right here, this is, and you loosen it up and it's flippy floppy. Now, this is actually on bearings. And so that does make a huge difference. Just a little bit. And there's a brass pin inside here against this shaft, and that needs to wear and kind of, I guess, shape itself to this shaft because this is a hardened shaft. I think it's hardened. Anyway, I used carbide, so I don't know. It cut like butter regardless. So anyway, here's the two big vices that I made here these last 2 days. And let me go ahead and just get the body of the other one. And here's in comparison. Uh, and let's kind of set it down with a regular vise. So the other jaw that I've got coming is the smallest, the PRV LIRS, which should fit straight into this hub, which I made another hub because I'm going to probably move this over to this hub. And then the smaller one of this system here will be on my this standard setup because I really like the brass, and I didn't have any brass that big. That's aluminum. That's aluminum. This is all stainless. Well, this hub is the body is aluminum. This body is aluminum, brass, and then everything else is stainless. Okay, so let me get my little pin out of here. I got really tired, and so I started cheating, and I just took these Allen socket head screws and used them for deals instead of making more knobs. I'm tired. I just didn't feel like getting into the middle of all of it. And so this will fit in here. I've already checked it. I already know it fits in there. So anyway, the only thing I have left to do basically is wait for the Norvise large jaw to come in. And if it's not too big, I may not bother getting a small jaw. But this hub, my thoughts was to drill a hole in the front of this hub for the large jaw, and then another spot straight across from it for the small jaw, or possibly doing like a bushing arrangement to fit the small jaw in there, if I even think I need to bother with the small jaw. But I think it's all going to come together pretty good. So anyway, like I said, once these are all finished, then I will do a video on probably each one independently, tying something on them. And then kind of talk about them at the same time. And then I will do a video possibly on each one individually giving dimensions on everything I use to machine all this. And it's not perfect. I mean, this right here, these three right here, I eyeballed them. I really did. I mean, it's almost like I turned them on a wood lathe because I just kind of, instead of measuring precision, I eyeball centering on the hubs and just, I mean, it was all basically seat of my pants. In all honesty, that's exactly what it was. Um, and so there you have it. Um, so if you like this kind of content, I would ask that you would like and subscribe. And if not, subscribe anyway, because you're going to find everything: archery, fly tying, fishing. I'm going to probably get back into rod building. Um, of course, electronics, you name it, machining, archery, everything. I'm going to do some stuff, start doing some stuff here in the near future, teaching people how to build arrows from scratch, from just a plain shaft, doing wraps on them, fletching, tips, knocks, and even I've got some older videos on replacing the string on some archery. But anyway, so there's going to be stuff that you're gonna find. If you like something, I probably like it too, and I'll eventually do a video on it. So anyway, I'd ask that you would subscribe, and I will see you next time. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.